Let's get straight into this and rate the ground. Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So today is Saturday the 2nd of March 2024 and today we've got game number 75 of the 23-24 season on the channel. We're heading to the King Power Stadium for Leicester City versus Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship. So in today's video I've got my thoughts pre-half-time and post-match as well as the matchday vlog itself. And then at the end of the video, because it's a new ground on the channel, we're going to rate the ground as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Cheers.
Alright.
That's just something pretty quick you can do. You can order for half-time on the screens. Yeah. So you can reserve your half-time pint. Pay for it now. Do you want one?
Yeah.
Yep. And you just collect it at half-time. Check out.
Okay, so as per usual, we've got my thoughts pre-match just before kick-off then. So it's great to get Leicester City and the King Power Stadium finally ticked off. It's one that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, to be fair, and I thought it's a good time to do it before they most likely go back up to the Premier League, which means it's hard to get tickets and more expensive as well. And like I say, top of the league and pretty good atmosphere around placings. They've just got to the quarter-final of the FA Cup as well, so it's in the perfect time to go, in all honesty. So anyway, let's get into a bit about both teams then. So starting with the host today, Leicester City, and as I've just said, we are currently top of the Championship. And so far this season, they've had 25 wins, 3 draws, and just 6 defeats. And the last result, like I said, was in the FA Cup, where they had a 1-0 away win at Bournemouth after extra time, which sees them through to the quarter-final of the FA Cup. One of 2 Championship teams who've won, Coventry City, left in the Cup, and I believe we've got Chelsea in the quarter-final, so it's going to be a tough game, but you never know. You're just one win away from Wembley. I'm sure Leicester would love a good FA Cup run to go with promotion as well. However, in the Championship, they're not in as good a form. They have lost the last two matches, and the last one was a 3-1 away loss to second place Leeds United, which has closed the gap a bit. Them and Ipswich are now only 6 points behind Leicester, and yeah, because like I say, they had a storming start to the season, and they actually beat the record for the best start ever. I can't remember, I think they're after 20 matches. And yeah, it looked like they were going to absolutely smash Reading's record points, and prove my pre-season prediction right. I picked Leicester to win the league and get over 100 points as well, and it's a bit touch and go now whether they're going to do that. I really hope they do, because I would quite like to get that prediction right. But yeah, like I say, there's still a 6-point gap between them and Leeds and Ipswich, and like you say, you'd expect them to do it. I mean, they've had a great win in the FA Cup. Hopefully, like I say, that can kick them on a bit, and they can continue, to get the form back on track in the Championship, and hopefully it's not going to be a distraction for the league form, but nevertheless, we'll have to wait and see how they do. And now on to the away team, Queen's Park Rangers, and they're currently 21st out of 24 teams, so currently the place above the relegation zone, 4th from bottom. And so far this season, they've had 9 wins, 8 draws, and 17 defeats. And their last result was against one of the other teams in the bottom 3, and they had a 2-1 home win against Rotherham United, which that win actually lifted them out of the bottom 3, where they have been for most of this season. Have now won 2 games in a row. So I did pick QPR to go down at the start of the season, and it looked like that were going to be the case. I mean, we were under terrible form under Ainsworth, and he got sacked, and then like I said, I've got a new manager in, and the form, it's not been absolutely superb, but it definitely has picked up a bit. It's definitely not been bottom 3 form, and yeah, they have moved out of the bottom 3, but to be honest, it is very, very close between, I think it's up to about Plymouth. Any of them teams, to be fair, can get dragged into it. And like I say, Stoke are the team that have replaced QPR at the minute. You've also got a few others like your Millwall, your Huddersfield, and teams like that who could easily get dragged into the mix as well. Personally, I think QPR are going to be alright now. I think they'll have enough to stay up compared to some of the other teams around them, but just like Leicester, we'll have to wait and see how they finish the season. So in previous meetings between these two teams this season, in the reverse game at Loftus Road, it was Leicester but won that match by 2-1. So I think that brings me nicely on to my prediction for the game then. So do I think Leicester's going to do the double over QPR and get the form Championship back on track, or are QPR going to pick up a unexpected win on the road and move further away from the drop zone? My prediction is, I think Leicester's going to get back on track here. Like I say, it's 2 losses in a row versus 2 wins in a row, but I think Leicester are going to flip the form a bit, and they're going to get back on track. They're going to use that FA Cup win as a boost, and they're going to get the victory here. So I'm going to go for Leicester City 3, QPR 1. Anyway, they're my thoughts before the game then. So another one of the 92 ticked off. This is my 54th of the 92 and my 110th ground in total. So anyway, that being said, let's head on back to the King Power Stadium and see how today's game goes.
Number 17, with captain Hamza Chowdhury. Number 18, Abdul Batul.
So at half time, it's Leicester City 0 at Queen's Park Rangers 1. And look, Leicester's had pretty much all the play, all the possession. And it's really good to watch, to be fair. They're playing it around beautifully. It's, really good to watch them playing the ball around. I mean, you've got, obviously, Harry Winks and Dewsbury Hall in the middle. So, such good play, watching them play it around. However, there is just one massive problem, to be fair. And that is they've not put the ball in the back of the net. And QPR have had very little of the play, to be fair. I think Leicester had 75% of possession in the first half. But nevertheless, they've had one chance and they've scored 1 goal. And, that's the difference at the end of the day. You can have all the play in the will, but at the end of the day, if you don't sit the ball in the back of the net, you're not going to win football matches. And QPR, to be fair, they're not doing bad, to be fair. They're defending pretty well, I think. And, they're playing it up. Lyndon Dykes, when he gets the ball, is holding it up pretty well up there. And, they've just hit him on the break. And square ball through to Chair, who slotted it home nicely. And it's QPR who have got the 1-0 win going into half-time. So it's going to be interesting in the second half to see what happens, because it feels like at the minute Leicester's just trying to walk the ball into the net. They're having chances where you think just take a shot. But, they may probably play the pass where I think we should shoot and vice versa. But nevertheless, I'm not a footballer, so, my opinion is relevant. So, anyway, let's get back to the King Power Stadium and see how the second half went.
Right, it's currently half time and I have pre-ordered a beer from one of the kiosks, so I'm going to go over and try and get it now, so let's see how this works. Right, not a good start so far. It's like a pretty hefty queue, let's see how quick it goes down. So the answer is not very well. We've got it about 3 minutes before second half started, and as you can see on TV it's already started, so it's pretty much cleared out now, so we'll head back out in a sec. So as soon as we finish these and see how the second half goes. Well, let's go up to the seats, and QPR I've got a second, so yeah, missed that one, but oh well, let's get back up to our seats and see how the rest of the game goes. So here we are, hopefully earphone don't copyright me here, but good finish to be fair.
Nice finish.
Upsets on. Here we go then, Jamie Vardy coming on. 2-0 to QPR. Let's see if he can make a difference. Oh! Yeah! Ben Nelson. Donny Lodi, Ben Nelson. Okay, let's get back into it. Go on. Oh! Oh! Go on. Go on. Oh! Oh! Got a minute. Go on to it.
Tickets to the Super League action tomorrow in Jacket.
So at full time, it's finished Leicester City 1, Queen's Park Rangers 2, and QPR have really got the upset here. However, when you look at the form, it's not as much of an upset as you think because, like I say, Leicester top, QPR 21st. However, Leicester had lost 2 in a row and QPR had won 2 in a row. So, after this match, Leicester's lost 3 in a row, QPR have won 3 in a row. So yeah, it's kind of gone with the form book. And yeah, like QPR, they came here, they had a job to do, and they did it. Leicester, you felt like, with all the play that we had, they really should have created more chances, than they actually had. But I'll say it same as I said at half time. It felt like at times we were just trying to walk it through. We were taking too many passes. You're just thinking at the edge of the box, like, just have a go. I remember one specifically with Justin. He had it quite a lot of space with the shot, but he's just tried to find that last pass and he's just give away possession. And you could tell why Leicester fans are frustrated, to be fair, because you felt like they had absolutely everything, but they've come away with nothing. And QPR defended really well, to be fair, hit them on break plenty of times, and they've come away with the 3 points. And that's a huge result for them, to be fair. I think watching them today, I've seen a lot worse teams, to be honest with you. When I went to watch Blackburn versus Huddersfield, I thought both of them teams were worse than QPR. So, in my opinion, QPR are going to be absolutely fine. And, as long as they can get enough points, we're going to have no trouble whatsoever when it comes to the drop. Leicester, like you say, they play really good football, to be fair. If they can just, convert more chances and have a few more shots at goal and get some more goals, then, they're going to storm this league, which they had been doing. So I think they'll be all right. I think they're still going to win the league, to be fair. The gap has closed down quite a bit now. Like I said, Ipswich are only 3 points behind now. Leeds United 5 points behind. So there are teams catching them up. They are catching them up, and to be fair, it's going to be hard for them to do what I predicted and for them to reach that 100-point mark. But nevertheless, if the play over did and just added the goals onto it, then they're going to absolutely walk this league. But it is easier said than done. Right, it's time for Rate the Ground now then. So if you are new to the channel, what we do is every time we go to a new ground this season, we're going to give them a rating on 5 different categories. So we've got pre-match, the catering, the ground, the atmosphere, and the overall enjoyment. We're going to get a total score out of 5 for each, and then a total score of 25 altogether, and then get put into a table with all the other grounds we've been to this season. So this time it's the turn of Leicester City. So without further ado, let's get straight into this and rate the ground. So we're going to start off with pre-match then, and in the city centre itself, Leicester is really good, in my opinion. You've got plenty of pubs, plenty of food places. There's absolutely all sorts you can do there. I saw QPR fans in pretty much everywhere we went as well, so, with colours on as well, so they seem pretty lenient. It might be different if it's more of a local game, but we're pretty lenient with QPR fans, let them go pretty much wherever they wanted, and you've got plenty of choice to choose from in the town centre. Only problem is it's a fair walk from the town centre to Leicester itself. It's about 1.2 miles. And around the stadium, there isn't a great amount to do. We've got a bit of a fan zone, but I think it's more catered towards kids. So if you've got kids, it's pretty good for that. But they had pretty much a burger van, some sort of bounce castle, a mini football cage for kids, and someone singing. So not a great deal around the stadium. There's no bar in the stadium as well, but we do sell all that stuff in the concourse, so we went straight in when we got there. So it's an odd one to judge this because the town itself is really good, but there isn't a great deal to do around the stadium. So in terms of pre-match, I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5, I think, for pre-match. Next up, we've got catering, and this is an odd one as well because they're trying to do all the right things, but I just don't think it's quite, it's quite there yet, in my opinion. The screens are a really good idea. I just don't think it's kind of used in the right way because you're still queuing up for ages. Nevertheless, whether you've reserved it for half-time or not. When I got to the front, I got my drinks pretty much straight away. I think it was mainly the food they were waiting on. But, it were okay. To be fair, prices were a bit steep. $5.40 for a pie and $6.25 for a pint of chang. Is a bit steep, but, it's top at Championship. You kind of got to expect that. Service were pretty slow, to be fair. Quality of food were alright, to be fair. I had a sausage roll as well at half time, which were really nice. The pie, it didn't. It's a better quality one, but it didn't taste the same as a proper pucker pie, not as spicy, not as meaty. But it were better quality. Chiang, it's not something I'd pick if we're going to the bar, but it were alright. It did the job. And yeah, it were alright as a whole, I'd say. I'm going to give it a bit of high score because you can tell I've tried to do the right thing. It's just not been fully sorted yet. So I'm going to go 3 out of 5 for the catering. Next up, we've got the ground, and it is a real nice stadium at King Power, to be fair. Very modern. It's a bit of a weird one because I do prefer some of the more, older classic ones. I'd say, like, I prefer Elland Road, and even to be fair, like Blackburn, I prefer there. But nevertheless, it is a beautiful stadium on the outside and the inside. Really modern, really good facilities, like you say. And yeah, really good ground for this level. So overall, I am going to go for a 4 out of 5 for the ground. Next up, we've got atmosphere, and it was pretty good, to be fair. QPR fans were really good. I was kind of sat in between the two atmosphere sections. So in the left-hand corner of where I was sat, you had the Leicester section, and then in the right-hand corner, you had the away section, which where QPR were. And yeah, it was pretty decent, to be fair. Leicester fans, even when we were down, they kept singing. And QPR, obviously, they had a good result, so they were pretty loud for most of the game. One thing I was a bit like, oh, for God's sake, whether we're handing clappers out at the turnstile. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of clappers, but I get it. It's, with families and stuff like that, it's an alright idea, but they're a bit annoying, to be fair. I just use my hands. But, personal opinion into it. Atmosphere, I'd say, overall, were pretty good. Not absolutely amazing, not best I've seen in this league, but it were decent. So I'm gonna go pretty high again. I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 5. And finally, we've got the overall enjoyment of the day. I've had a really good day. I had a great time looking around the city centre of Leicester. I went to 3 different bars in there. I went to one of the Spoons. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll tap it down here, whatever the name is. I then went to the Locker Room and the Walkabout Pub. We didn't have a game of pool or table tennis. We just sat down and had a drink and watched Sky Sports, and then went into Walkabout, watched the first half of the Huddersfield Leeds game, which had a massive crowd, to be fair, in the concourse for the second half. And yeah, the overall experience at the King Power was very good. I had a very good time. So yeah, overall enjoyment, we're going to go high again. We're going to go 4 out of 5 for the overall enjoyment. So this gives Leicester City a total score of 17.5 out of 25, which puts them in 12th place in the table. They are level with quite a few teams, however, they are the highest of them teams on 17.5 because the deciding factor is overall enjoyment, and Leicester got the highest of that category. So, yeah, really good to finally get to visit Leicester and tick it off. Hopefully, like I say, good luck for the rest of the season. Hopefully you can clinch a promotion spot back to the Premier League, and good luck to QPR as well. Hopefully they can retain their championship status, and if they perform like that, they'll have no problem at all. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel and like the video, whether you're old or new to the channel. All the support is greatly appreciated and makes the world of difference. So next game on the channel is going to be on Tuesday night as we head back down into non-league. We have got Retford Town versus Emily. So until that video, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.